Solve m to the 2/3 minus 4m to the 1/3 plus 3 equals 0. Again, we want to turn this into a quadratic equation. So we're going to want to write this in the form something squared minus 4 times something plus 3 equals 0. And we want whatever we put in the parentheses to be able to get squared and become m to the 2/3. And the thing that we can square to get m to the 2/3 is m to the 1/3, because when we have an exponent on top of an exponent, we know that we multiply them, and 1/3 times 2 gives us 2/3. Additionally, putting an m to the 1/3 in the other set of parentheses matches what we have above, so we know that's what we want. And the z substitution we're going to make here is we're going to let z equal m to the 1/3. When we make that substitution, this becomes z squared minus 4z plus 3 equals 0. And we now have a quadratic equation that we can solve by factoring. When we factor, we need to find two numbers that have a product of 3 and a sum of -4. Those numbers are -3 and -1. So this factors into z minus 3 times z minus 1 equals 0. We can use the zero factor property to set each factor equal to 0. This gives us z minus 3 equals 0, or z minus 1 equals 0. And then we can get z alone. If we add 3 to both sides, that gives us z equals 3. And over here, if we add 1 to both sides, that gives us z equals 1. But we don't want a final answer for z, we want a final answer for m, because the original equation involved m's. So wherever we see a z, we're going to replace that with m to the 1/3. So this becomes m to the 1/3 equals 3, or m to the 1/3 equals 1. And we know that having an exponent of 1/3 is the same as having a cube root. So this is the cube root of m equals 3, or the cube root of m equals 1. And to solve an equation where our variable's inside a cube root, we can get rid of that cube root by cubing both sides. So here, when we cube the cube root of m, we're just left with m. And on the right, 3 cubed is 27. So we get m equals 27, or on the other one, we can also cube both sides. On the left-hand side, cubing the cube root gets rid of it, so we're left with m. And then on the right, 1 cubed is 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. And so we have our final answer, which is two solutions, m equals 27, or m equals 1.